theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get first crack at it today. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that armor a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in a Sin-State rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for space. It's Moulton. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Farrell. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air. It's Underwood. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jacobs. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on! And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick strike complete. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Got his man quickly. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. The Spartans offense has its first opportunity of the day. The run from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit, though.
If you don't like it, it just...
There he goes! And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And into the end zone, and they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans! That was a lightning-fast drive. It ends with a touchdown.
If you could string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth, and already inside a minute to go in the first. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moulton. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Got the 1st down and more. Got room at the 35. Found the seam on the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Collier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Got it in the middle, it's Klein. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Spartans are on the move. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Spartans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Caught over the middle, it's Bryant. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
And what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. To the air, it's Underwood. Working that left side now. At the 40, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Webb. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Forced out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. Touchdown Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Spartans will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. On the ground, it's Moulton. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Moulton. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab on the right. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Pressure coming. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Zings it complete to the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Michigan State.
It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the well. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs.
Brings it down on the right side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And the Wolverines are marching down the field. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Underwood. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Farrell. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
He's got an open man. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, Dave.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Spartans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. They booted away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue-winged helmets on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
He's brought down at the 33.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Under fire. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Cole. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
And after yet another 3rd down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Caught in the backfield. It's Roberts. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Rushes on him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So here comes the Michigan offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The Spartans will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch at the 10. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Moulton. He's inside the 15. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Going right to work up top. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.